You know, every person has a goal, every person has an aim, and every person has a path that they take to reach a certain aim or goal. And today's video won't be about how I got there, how hard it was for me, but today's video will be about how I got the car that just 6 months ago I couldn't even dream of. So brew some tea, make some sandwiches, because today is going to be very interesting. I bought a salvage car from America for $100,000. Well, tell me I'm not a dumbass. Enjoy watching the video. And let's go. Today, I'll tell you how from the idea of ordering a car from America and doing some interesting project, I came to the realization of this and to the point where I'm recording this video for you now. The story started with the fact that I had a Zeekr, as you remember. A gorgeous car. But I, as always, wanted to get myself into deeper trouble. So I decided to sell this car, while it, by the way, hadn't dropped much in price yet, and do a new interesting project. First thing I do, I put the Zeekr up for sale, and it sells in 2 weeks. And at the same time, I found a company through which I decided I would order the car. I'll be ordering the car specifically through a company because, let's just say, my friends have had very bad experiences ordering a car for themselves on their own. A few wrong moves can lead to you just losing a ton of money. And then you won't even be able to sell that car to break even. It's very simple, you can just get a car with the wrong kind of damage. And I'm a person very far from knowing how to bid on cars, order them, how much it should cost, who will calculate it all, so I decided to order through a company. Step number 2, you need to choose the car itself. And it all started with a budget of $40,000 to order the first Taycan, to film it nicely for you. By the way, a Porsche Taycan 4S can be bought for around $40,000. Here they cost around $50,000+. So it seemed to me that it would be a great idea, great content, and you could even make money on it. And we even started bidding on a Porsche Taycan. We bid on one, a second, a third. Something didn't work out there. One was too expensive. Another didn't quite suit me in terms of specs or damage. And then I think to myself, I've always dreamed of a BMW X5. Why not try bidding on that? I asked what was in the budget, and as it turned out, if I added another $20,000, I could try bidding on a pre-facelift BMW X5M Competition, a BMW G05M50, or a facelifted BMW X5 G05, but in a basic trim without very fancy features. Well, as you can imagine, what did I choose to bid on? A BMW with a 4.4 engine. And the first BMW we bid on was actually a BMW X5 M50i. I thought it was a great option, it would be softer, but at the same time it would really haul. As you can imagine, the devil tempted me to do something else. We didn't win that same X5 M50i, but an X5M Competition appeared. And I just felt it, this is my car, I want to get it. Backstory. I was looking specifically for an X5M Competition with low mileage, so that this car was from 2021, and most importantly, that the damage was to the front. Because I just look at these new X5M Competitions, at these facelifted headlights, and I realize I want a car like that. And it's much easier to do this kind of format, this kind of project, when you don't have those headlights anymore. And you just click, put on new ones and go. But if it's a rear-end collision, that's a bit less pleasant story. Because you have to take everything you've already assembled, the whole front end with the bumper, the grille, the headlights, throw it all out and put in everything new. As you can imagine, it's going to cost quite a lot.
39,800, 1 second.
Go ahead. Let's take it one more time then.
The last one?
Well, okay, last time, that's it. 40, well damn, that's expensive.
Imagine that.
Are we taking it? Yes, 40. That's it, let it go then. It didn't work. I felt like it was really my car. The color, the interior, everything just as I wanted. And it was so close, yet so far. Because the person behind another screen, who also really wanted this car, probably wanted it even more. And so it was taken by a guy who was bidding for this car exactly like me. I was very upset and thought it was the end. I started looking at other options, maybe getting an M3, an M4, maybe even an M8. But in my heart I knew I always had a dream of an X5M Competition, and it was a real dream. It's not even just a goal, because a goal is something you work towards. But a dream is something that seems like you'll never reach it, but it would be great if it actually happened in life. It happened just when I wasn't expecting it at all. By the way, they sent me calculations every time for the car we were going to bid on. We kept taking them, looking at them, and losing. Because the most important thing here is not to be a gambling addict like me. I'm a very competitive person. And if I had ended up at that auction, I would have blown all my money right away on the very first car. I'm sure that with the way I bargain and throw money around, getting caught up in the excitement, I could have taken some Opel Insignia for $20,000. It probably didn't even cost that much brand new. I really didn't want a car in black with a black interior. While the color can be fixed, a black interior looks really bad, and you might agree with me on that. One day they sent me an X5M Competition with great mileage, a black interior but with brown inserts, in black, and with a decent hit, by the way. Basically the front end and one wheel were gone. And I was actually quite skeptical about this idea, because the car itself seemed cool, the damage, everything fit perfectly, but something didn't click, and it seemed to me that for the money we wanted to bid, we objectively wouldn't win it. Because all the cars with that kind of damage were going for $42,000, $43,000, $45,000. And my budget wasn't for that kind of damage at all, but for something much more severe. I'm going to the Dynamo Shakhtar match, and they tell me, let's bid. As it turned out, this car had to be bid on during the day, like 4 or 5 o'clock. And they just called me, I'm not filming a damn thing. And Sasha, the guy I trade all these cars with, the manager who helps me, says, well, should we press it? The bid on the car was $37,500. And we pressed it. Some time passes, a German flag lights up. I realize we didn't get it for that kind of money, obviously. See you later. As they say, we'll bid on the next cars. And what do you think, he tells me, you just bought a BMW X5M Competition. I got goosebumps all over. I don't understand what happened or how it's even possible. $37,750. The final bid for our car, which in fact doesn't have that much damage. Fix the front end, check the front suspension a bit, and voila. The car has for a second 41,000 kilometers on it. And in my opinion, this mileage is very good for such a car. I'll drive it for another, as they say, 10 to 15,000 kilometers, and then I'll sell it. There are actually a lot of content ideas there. Well, as they say, things are moving now. Need to send the money for the car so it ships out sooner. Need to calculate the car's repair, need to estimate how much the parts cost. And here's where the most interesting part begins. The guys from RS Auto came to see me and gave me this box because we won the car. And it was actually very nice of them. Then I settled up with them. To put it briefly, the X5M Competition without repairs, it's important to note, should theoretically cost around $63,000 to $64,000. That's the whole calculation. You can see for yourself what everything cost. But I haven't paid the second part yet. I only paid the first part to buy the car from the auction, to get it packed, and so it's already sailing to Lithuania. Well, I won the car. It happened completely unexpectedly, but that's not the point right now. The first installment of money. Here's the amount. It comes out to something like $41,000 and change. That's for the auction. For the auction fee. So this is the total amount until the car arrives in Lithuania. Well, we paid for the car and about a week has passed. And they say, Nazar, it's packed and being sent to Europe. And now the main thing I've been waiting for, they're sending me this pack of photos, and by the way, a full video of the car. You can see the damage in more detail. You can see what's up with it, check the interior's condition, and most importantly, see what's in the trunk. And after that, my heart just melted. In the trunk, I saw 2 headlights, a rim, which by the way costs around $1,000 to find separately, maybe even more, a bumper, a fender, in short, everything needed for this car. It was all there. The only thing is, I hope it doesn't all get stolen, because guys on TikTok already wrote to me that they work in Klaipėda, Lithuania, and sometimes they take things out of cars. So friends, that's the story of the beginning of the end of my dream. And I'm actually really afraid of that story, where everyone, once they reach their dream, ends up being very disappointed. Because when we're working towards something, we don't appreciate the journey itself. Consequently, the path you've traveled was actually much more interesting and valuable than the goal you achieved. I sincerely hope that won't happen to me. Or if it does, at least I won't be disappointed in the BMW X5M Competition. Well, as for the car, I've decided to do a facelift on it. You can share your opinion whether pre-facelift or facelift is better. For now, that's my thinking. The only thing holding me back was that a lot of parts are already in the trunk. Considering I won't be getting this kind of car again, because I probably won't see the point in it, I want to do this one right, like it's the last time. But all of that will be in the upcoming episodes. I think there will be plenty of emotions, and even more content. How we'll assemble it, how much registration will cost, how long it'll take to put it all together, how long the project will take, then the tuning, how much the wrap will cost, how we'll do it, what the body kits will be. And after that, how much it costs to maintain such a car. Because on YouTube, no one really talks about that. Someone who buys a car that costs $100,000 in Ukraine doesn't do this kind of crap like I do. But I'm just a blogger from the people who wants to show you what it's like to order a $100,000 car, and then what it's like to maintain it, how much it costs, the fuel consumption and everything. That no one else will tell you about. So I'm very happy to have you guys. I hope you're happy to have me too. Be sure to leave a comment on how you like this project and what you think of the idea for it. Well, and as always, it's been Nazar Dushenko. This turned out to be an unusual video, because I just sat in one place and talked to you one-on-one. So from you, a like, subscription, and comment are a must. Well, and we'll meet again when the next video comes out. To be honest, I don't even know when it'll be out yet. I hope it's next week. Bye.